Welcome to the Friday Five. I am joined by Peter Horadan, CEO of Vouched. Peter, thank you so much for joining us.
Great to be here.
Let's get him going. What problem does your company exist to make less painful, and for whom?
So we help identify people remotely, mostly for healthcare companies and banks, but really anyone, including auto dealerships, digital notaries, anyone who needs to know who you are online.
What assumption about your market turned out to be wrong, and what forced you to confront it?
I hadn't assumed how much I was going to love Liminal. You guys have been great. You've been so helpful to us. It's been terrific to have our relationship with you.
Thank you so much. What trade-off do buyers in your category still underestimate?
I think most people don't realize just how much the identity field is going to change in the next few years. We have digital IDs coming, and we have agents who are starting to act as people, and agents in many ways need to have their own identity that is separated from the human. Today, what happens is when people want to use agents, they mostly just share their identity with their agent by giving them a username and password. That will never work. And so in the future, we have digital IDs and agents. We're going to have to include that in our identity picture. And I think most people aren't buying today thinking about that. They're buying for today's needs, not tomorrow's needs. And the technology decision you make today has to last several years. So you have to make sure your vendor's thinking about the future.
What will matter more in your market over the next 12 to 18 months than most people are preparing for today?
I think it's going to be just how interesting agents are going to be. I think that the knowledge workplace of the future looks like a human augmented by artificial intelligence is helping them do the underneath work of their job that makes them even more effective. Once we do that, those agents need their own identity and they need to have a way that the human can delegate permissions to them. It's going to have to be built into all of our systems. In many ways, we need to invent a new CISO playbook for the world of agents. How do you deal with a world where it's not just humans and bots? It used to be let the humans in and keep the bots out, but now there's good bots and bad bots. Agents the humans want to use, we have to keep track of who are they, what are their reputation, and what responsibilities have the humans dedicated to them.
What's a small hill you're willing to die on that most people would think is trivial?
I think in the next few years, every business is going to be running its own LLM. You're going to be running the AI locally inside of your own data center, because once we realize just how strategic these agents are to our businesses, nobody's going to be willing to outsource them and run them on a third party.
Very cool. Peter,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining me today.
You bet. Great to be here.
All right.